That was fun when I went past on the. Where is
Ladies
it?
and gentlemen, Michael's driving.
Oh. Going bad to worse?
Why don't you tech? Are you reloading it in, or are you starting it from scratch?
I was resuming it. I could just start it again, couldn't I?
Well, we're gonna say you
And
might as well
pretend nothing happened. Yeah, let's
just go
do that.
10 coach train and just go straight up again.
Yeah, we've obviously got to now wait for it to load in.
Dippity unit, stick his feet up, get a cup of tea.
At least we're not loading in the CML. I mean, we played OMSI on Tuesday and it took 15 minutes to load in a map there.
Oof. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I absolutely adore this new laptop. It's like before it'd take me like an hour to load in a route in some cases, and now it's 10 minutes, and it's like, oh yes, it's great.
Technology's moved on though, when a laptop can now outperform a big desktop.
Yep. But to be fair, it is a top of the line, very expensive laptop.
How can I preview a Bahamas reskin on Eurotrucks, Matt? I'm not quite sure how that's possible.
Well, just stick it in game, it'll be right.
I was going to say, have you made like a trailer with Bahamas on the back?
You know, you could do that.
We could, yeah. Alright. Imagine none of that happened before. We basically made it to Oxenhope. It was on the map.
Yeah, we're close enough.
Matt says, how much was your laptop?
2,800.
There you go.
But it was the first time I'd invested in a proper, gaming computer of sorts.
Yeah.
Um,
Right, where would you like this support coach for this train?
Good question.
The easy way would be to just push it onto the back of the freight set and have done with it, but that's probably not the way to do it, is it?
Probably not, but you can actually do that and get away with it.
Well, if that's true, then we're going for it. Oh. See, I think it'll be more fun if we just push all of this onto Bahamas and take them just that up.
Just the freight set?
If you want to, why not?
Or the whole lot, or...
The whole lot?
The whole lot, yeah, the whole lot works.
Hang on, I need to actually change that point. That would be helpful.
You're gonna have to do a bit of running around with the engines as well, because I don't think they'll both fit in.
No, they won't both fit round, will they? But depends if we're just taking Bahamas on itself, won't it?
Yeah. For those in the chat that are asking, that Mark II is actually the Bossman Games Black 5 Mark II, not the AP ones.
It looks up to the quality of the AP ones.
Oh yeah, it's a good model. To be perfectly honest, I can't remember why I went for that one rather than the other one, but I did. I think I may do some more work on this coach though. I might have a go at reskinning the interior. Nothing too complicated, but if you have a look in there, it's grey at the moment, and I think the seats are blue.
Alright.
On the real coach, it's a wooden interior, and the
Alright.
seats are an orangey brown. So I think I'll have a go at just making it look.
I mean, in this view, coal tanks just disappeared.
Yeah, well, Core Tank is a very narrow engine.
It's somewhere there. There it is.
Yeah, Michael, you're gonna have to stick Bahamas on the front. You're gonna have to push them up so that you can clear the points.
Yep.
Also, you need to make sure you don't go past the red marker and the telephone box and the derailer.
Well, that's not going to happen, is it? If we're being honest.
Well, no, because it's not actually modelled, but...
I think we just take Bahamas up.
I'm not sure you'll be able to manage.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
You might, but it'll be a struggle.
What, like a struggle coal tank from Haworth to Oxenhope, or a struggle just...
It's a struggle. It's definitely time for popcorn, though.
I think I've got more chance of doing that than surviving with a coal tank, to be honest. But...
Yeah, you could just leave the coal tank on the back.
yeah, let's do that. That sounds much easier. Glad to hear your calendar arrived successfully, Tanjmir. Hope you like it. If you go to March, there should be a Bahamas shot on it.
Speaking of Bahamas shots, Michael.
Oh. I don't like the sound of your voice there.
So, have you got any photos uploaded yet, Michael?
No, not yet. Soon. The shop's undergoing a bit of a redesign, so after that. Right, we're going to leave coal tank on the back for... oh, that was a big shot. There we are.
Does it thud?
There was nothing, and then suddenly it just went straight into the back of the Mark 1, but it's fine. All professional here.
I believe this is another illegal move here. I don't think they're allowed to run passenger stock with freight stock on the way, fella.
Are you really not? I didn't know that.
I can't remember why. I think it might be to do with the brakes. Oh, nice coupling. Yeah, I think it might be to do with the brakes, but I honestly can't quite remember. But I'm fairly certain there's something in the rulebook about it.
Alright. I didn't know that. That's the right for a tail lamp. Right. Back in here. This should be better.
Right, everyone, get ready to laugh.
This should be fine.
It'll be fine, it'll be fine.
I like how it complains the water level's high when I've only just arrived in the engine.
Yeah, it's 'cause you're on a hill. It starts with a set level, but it's one of the fancy engines which is scripted with it changing according to the gradient. So because you're on a hill, it thinks you've got more water in the boiler than you actually do.
Mm-hmm.
But if you went over a hill and went down the other side, it'd then do the opposite and think you've got less than you do. Which is a lot more realistic, but it does mean you've got to be careful because you can end up, running out of water or priming when you're not when you haven't actually got an empty or a full boiler.
Nope.
And something else that people don't tend to realise is that when you open the regulator, that actually makes the amount of water in your boiler rise quite a lot. It does actually make a really big difference to the amount of water in your gauge glass. You need to open the ejector, Michael.
I have done. That's the issue.
Are you sure you have?
Yeah.
Have you pressed J?
I've pressed J, yeah. I don't really know why it's not doing anything.
Try pressing U.
I'm going to open it properly. Maybe my keyboard's having an issue.
Yeah, I think you might have closed it instead of opening it.
Yep, right, let's go with that.
Do you want to tell us while you're in there? Why don't you have a look at the warning notices and see what
Yes, these are very good actually.
It's the ones on the tender as well.
So we've got the
Cab.
those, the high vis vests on the third rail, and we've got the BLS ones. They're very good. They're clear to read.
Yeah, the BLS ones I had to make from scratch, but I've copied them from photos of what's on the actual engine, so I've even matched the font on them.
Alright.
So they're pretty much as accurate as I can get them.
Right, let's have a go.
It's the ones on the tender as well.
Let's have a look while we set off. Overhead wires.
Yep.
Hang on a minute, let's get to the right side. And more overhead wires, and as well as the yellow forks.
Yep, yellow fire irons for your main line running. Tammy asking, what are the requirements for the pack? Well, it requires the Bossman Games Jubilee for obvious reasons. It requires the Bossman Games Black 5 for the support coach. It requires the Caledonia Works coal tank. It requires the Keighley and Worth Valley Railway route. And that's it for the actual Reskins themselves, I think.
I think so.
And then there'll be some other requirements for all the quick drive setups as well, but they aren't finalised yet.
Right, I've come to the conclusion that my keyboard stopped working, so I'm now doing it all on mouse.
Oh, Michael, you know what you've got to do?
What?
Get rid of all the heads-up displays. You've got the auto fireman on, haven't you?
I think so. Alright then.
Get rid of all the displays and do it off the proper cab controls.
Okay. And you think that's a good idea?
Well, you've got a speedo in the cab.
I do.
If you're a good driver, you should be able to tell if you're overdoing it with a fire or not, because if you're overdoing it, you'll get sparks coming from the chimney.
So, Moilsy, we've got 6 Mark 1s, a Mark 2, and about... I don't know how many. About 10 wagons and a coal tank on the back, because... why not?
We're doing a hyper-realistic scenario here.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm no good driving without a dial.
Oh, get rid of that hood. Do it properly.
But there's a reason why I don't drive real ones. Good evening, Callum. Hope you're doing well. It was going on the front, but then we realised it wouldn't fit in the platform, so...
Yeah, you could have done it with a bit of a shunt release.
Yeah, but it's taken me so long to get this far. Oh, E-works. I've worked out that. See, I have to have the F4 hood on to actually control the reverse.
No, you don't.
I do.
You don't.
I'll do everything else.
Half the job.
I mean, I'm driving without any headlights because I can't set them.
Nice buffers.
It is nice buffers, yeah. They really do like set it off. Actually, it's surprising what clean buffers do.
Yeah, I found the one of the biggest changes to the front of the engine was actually doing that coupling.
Yeah.
I didn't realise it at first, but once I'd reskinned that coupling, we were like, oh yeah, that just looks so much better. I didn't even notice it.
So Callum says, sod the platforms, use the F5 hood. Milesy says, lock the reverser. James says, BMG do some good stuff, must buy the tube pack one day. Well, I'd recommend it, because you'll be able to get this as well.
Yep.
But the pack itself in general is a good pack, so... Tanjmir asks, do you plan on doing more reskins soon?
Define soon. The thing is with my reskinning, I do it as a hobby in my free time, but I don't specifically set aside time for it. I kind of just do what I want when I feel like it. So I can't really give a straight answer to that. I will definitely be doing more reskins, but apart from the projects I've already announced, it really just depends on what I feel like and when. But yeah, I will definitely be doing more reskins in future.
So Callum asks, what's the difference between this one and the one that comes with a Worth Valley pack?
Is he asking about the Jubilees, or is he asking about the actual route?
I will await a reply.
Let's see what he says in the chat.
Tanjmir says after this.
So it says the route. Main differences between the current and the route. Well, because I'm so used to the Worth Valley, whenever I drive the route, there's a lot of things on it which I notice and I go, yeah, that's not quite right, or yeah, that should be like this instead. So, my main aim with the upgrade to the Worth Valley I'm doing is just to fix all those bits that bug me whenever I look at it. So, it's not going to be absolutely perfect, but my aim is just to make it so that anyone who's used to the line will hopefully go, oh yeah, that's a lot more accurate. But that's a long-term project. I just keep doing little tweaks to it here and there when I feel like it.
Well, spacebar works for the whistle. B doesn't, but... C works, but V and B don't. How's that happened?
Train sim. It does weird stuff. Yeah, Milesy asking about the lamps on Bahamas. As far as I'm aware, we don't have any intention of doing that. However, it may be possible to do that in future. We'll have to wait and see. I think if we're going to do that, it would likely be a modified trail that slides into the lamp. So like we could use the LED ones on the main line and then swap them out for the standard normal paraffin ones for the heritage lines.
Yeah. Best of both worlds then.
Yeah.
No, Matt, A and D aren't working, so I'm guessing it's Train Sim that's collapsed itself.
Yeah, like I said, it does weird stuff when you have two locos on, but have you noticed something, Michael?
I've made it up this far.
No. Or rather, have you noticed something that's not there to be noticed?
Not there to know. Should I have done?
Yeah. You've got Bahamas and the coal tank together, and you've not got a weird blob of black smoke.
And that is true. I don't know what happened that day when I was streaming it, but
Something interesting.
we'll just put it down to train sim again.
Yep. If you get something weird that happens, just blame it on the game.
Yeah, because it's not my fault, clearly.
Tamia, you have a reskin pack you would love me to make. Well, I'm happy to take suggestions. I can't make any promises, but if it's something I like the sound of and I'd like to see myself, then chances are I'll give it a go.
I mean, at least restarting the scenario means them gates work. I'm going to come to a stop here and try decoupling and reconnecting again. Why is it derailed?
Well, you've
It derailed on a straight piece of track. Wow. Great.
Yes, train sim.